grief. Raf Sanchez, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
And that is nightly news for this Tuesday. Thank you for watching. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, unsealed records uncover more details and the identities of the Guam police officers under investigation for allegedly gambling on duty.
Plus, no consent to record. More than 100 videos make its way to a pornographic website. The images captured of Navy sailors on Guam.
The NMI Attorney General hosting a press conference providing an update on public corruption cases and his major initiatives in office. I'm Tomas Manglonia with the full story coming up.
Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day.
Multiple federal search warrants reveal more into a Secret Service investigation involving illegal gambling and law enforcement.
The case surfacing more than 3 years ago. Now at least 4 Guam police officers are identified in court documents.
The investigation also connected to the case against a former airport police officer accused of promoting online gambling while on duty. Local law enforcement involved in illegal gambling allegations surfacing in unsealed records in the District Court of Guam detailing launched in late 2020. 4 Guam police officers were identified for their alleged roles in operating an illegal gambling club that went by the name Poker Bros. It was 3 years ago, Chief Stephen Ignacio confirmed with senators the feds were investigating his officers.
And we're now looking into possible criminal activities of government employees in this online gambling investigation being done by the feds, by the Secret Service.
Documents provide the first and last name of one officer who was assigned to SWAT and was also an Air Force reservist, allegedly operating out of a Sinahanya home and even promoting online gambling while on duty. Records also listing the initials of 3 other cops who helped to manage buy-in and cash-out processes. KUAM is not releasing their names for now, as neither of the officers have been charged in the federal investigation. Authorities getting details from a confidential source and from others in law enforcement. The unsealed documents also linking the officers to former airport cop Jericho Santos. Santos was fired for promoting illegal gambling to airport employees. Investigators learning Santos and the GPD officer that established Poker Bros had a disagreement and severed ties. Warrants were also executed around the same time in Hagat, Dededo, and Barragata. In each case, the so-called associates got a cut from players' buy-ins and for inviting more players. Among those being investigated, the feds found more than $1 million in various accounts connected to the illegal gambling operations.
And late this afternoon, sources within the Guam Police Department confirmed the names of the 4 officers in the unsealed documents as Jesse San Nicolas, Lieutenant Felix Camacho, who is the special assistant to the chief, Captain Troy Lazama, and Hector Medina.
Again, we should note that these officers weren't part of this federal investigation, but no charges were filed against them. Police Chief Stephen Ignacio has yet to comment on the unsealed records.
7 years in prison for molesting 2 girls over several years. Derek James Simmons apologizing for his actions during his sentencing hearing before Judge Arthur Barcenas in Superior Court. Simmons saying, quote, I know what I'm guilty of, and it calls for punishment. I just want to ask you, Your Honor, to please show mercy and have compassion.
It was an emotional hearing as one victim addressed her abuser, stating, "I was no longer the happy and loving child I once was before. You completely took advantage of my innocence. I am going to move on and forget about you. You will never hurt me or anyone ever again." It was in March of 2022 a jury found him guilty of 5 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. Simmons will have to register as a sex offender. More than 100 Navy sailors stationed on Guam found themselves a target, unknowingly having their privacy violated.
Sexually explicit images of the military members weren't just recorded without them knowing, but also without their consent. It was also published online for the world to see. Here's more from another federal investigation recently pushed into the spotlight.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, snap. A picture or video captured and quickly posted online. But what if you had no clue you were being recorded in rather vulnerable situations? No consent given, only later to find you've been exposed to complete strangers on the internet. That was the case for sailors stationed on Naval Base Guam. In January 2020, NCIS investigators alerted to pornographic videos apparently showing multiple military service members, some in uniform and identifiable, that appeared to have been filmed without their consent. The videos were uploaded to the adult entertainment website Pornhub under the username PlayGuy148. Investigators finding 102 videos uploaded. Authorities stating in recently unsealed federal court documents, many of the images showed service members in bathroom stalls and was captured through holes in the wall or from high or low angles. The images were even filmed on U.S. Navy vessels, while others were recorded in the restroom of the Liberty Center in Naval Base Guam. Court documents state the clips included the rank and last name of the victims. About a week later, the account was taken down after authorities alerted the company to the videos. The case was sealed to the public as the feds needed a search warrant for the images. Investigators were looking for the account username, email, last login, and even video upload dates. Joint Region Mariana's Public Affairs declined comment on what they say is an open NCIS investigation. Officials only stating, quote, "Naval Base Guam and all associated military commands are fully cooperating with law enforcement in this matter. Joint Region Marianas does not condone criminal behavior and is dedicated to ensuring service members continue to uphold the law and the tenets of honor, courage, and commitment for which each has sworn to do. To date, no word if they are closer to catching those responsible."
Now to a federal drug investigation that unfolded after one of the alleged suspects took to Facebook to post an image of a package containing meth and the tracking number.
Mitsuki Hirayama has the story.
Authorities involved in a 6-month federal drug investigation catch a break after one of their targets accidentally posts a tracking number on Facebook. That number linked to a package that contained meth. On March 23rd of last year, the DEA started looking into a suspect they learned from a source was involved in illegal drug trafficking activity on Guam. Then on September 8th, the informant led the feds to a social media post of an image that included a tracking number for a package. Investigators got a search warrant confirming one of 2 suspects they are watching is allegedly operating a drug trafficking organization with multiple co-conspirators. They even used Facebook for their trafficking efforts. The suspect took down the image, but authorities had already seen it. The package was eventually intercepted. It had 234 grams of meth inside. The DEA also heard a second suspect on the Department of Corrections PayTel system talking to an inmate about the apparent drug delivery. The suspect stating, quote, "I was expecting something today, but I think it's a no-go because my brother put it on his story and everybody saw his story, and that's why we don't want to pick it up. No charges have been filed yet in connection to the drug case." Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
The prisoner who escaped from the Department of Corrections in Manila Tuesday, allegedly telling police he ran away to see his alleged victim in a separate strangulation case. 25-year-old Eldon Cruz Afjahi is charged with felony escape in Superior Court today. As KUAM reported, Afjahi evaded law enforcement for 3 hours before he was captured along Army Drive in Barrigada.
Court documents state he was found with numerous cuts on his back, torso, arms, and legs. He allegedly admitted to police he escaped the prison near the domes by climbing several fences and crawling underneath barbed wires where his shirt and shorts got stuck. He also told police he did not deserve to be locked up. It was an early end to the school day for the home of the Dolphins after a gas odor reported at the Santa Rita campus prompted closure. Southern High School students getting released around 9 a.m. this morning due to a foul smell coming from the hallway near the kitchen.
Units with the Guam Fire Department responding to the gas odor report, but got negative findings from the air monitoring test. It was upon investigation, teams found that the source of the leak was from a faulty gas valve and corroded pipe. Meantime, a private company supplying LP gas was called to the southern campus to repair the gas valve. Classes will resume tomorrow. Time for a quick break. Keep it here.
You're watching KUAM, your leader in local news.
Troy Polamalu Safety, a.k.a. the Quiet Storm. Troy's seen more out of the corners of his cold steel eyes than most mortal men have seen straight on. The last thing an offense would witness? A fury of flowing mane incoming at high speed.
Hey!
Cat-like quickness and supernatural instincts like Troy's only come once in a lifetime. And oh, how grateful we are that they came in ours. No one made the beloved burg of Pittsburgh feel quite as safe as this safety. The Hyundai Tucson with advanced safety and tech, because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves.
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just a late-night taco. It's a seasoned and slow-roasted chicken taco that pairs nicely with the new avocado verde salsa at any time. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco, only at Taco Bell. The Cantina Chicken Burrito isn't just for late night, because it keeps it light with slow-roasted shredded chicken and finely shredded purple cabbage in a freshly grilled tortilla that's not shredded. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Last year, I learned that my baby Kaya had a serious medical condition. I needed to go off island for an emergency procedure. We needed a passport to get her to Manila. That would take weeks. I was devastated. I called the Congressman's office. I want to thank the office of Congressman James Moylan because they were able to get Kaya's passport in a few days. Today, my baby is healthy and will soon be celebrating another birthday.
If you or your family need assistance with passports, please contact my office at 671-922-6673.
Welcome back to Prime Time. Northern Mariana's Attorney General Edward Manabusan commenting on public corruption cases on Saipan in a rare interview.
Regional correspondent Tomas Manglotner reports on the developments as the AG's office also faces a staffing shortage.
In a rare interview, the CNMI's first elected Attorney General Edward Manabusan spoke about ongoing public corruption cases being prosecuted by the office's Public Integrity Task Force. One of the most watched cases is against former Governor Ralph Torres, which Manabusan filed charges for in April 2022. The trial has not started as various legal matters are debated. KUAM asked the AG for comment on the criticism of the pace of the case compared to others they're handling.
I cannot comment any further, but I just, we all hope and the community desire to see cases disposed of quickly so that people can move on with their lives, right? And I hope that in this particular case, it moves on through the process more quickly. That is all I can say about this case.
The task force is managed by Special Prosecutor James Kingman. Manabusan said there are 4 public corruption cases and several ongoing investigations.
There are ways that people report to office, and when we receive information, we review the information. If it requires further investigation, we will proceed with further investigation. There are cases, there are information where we generally just say there's no basis for going forward, so we closed.
Meanwhile, the AG's office is also struggling to recruit attorneys.
So we really do have a shortage of attorneys in our office. It's because I think a lot of it is our salary that we offer. It's very not competitive. And this is a tough place to live.
Manabusan said they have 11 attorneys in the civil division but need at least 18. The criminal division has 4 attorneys but needs at least 8. And the office has 3 investigators but would like to have at least 5. KUAM also asked Manabusan if he'll run for re-election in 2 years. He said he has not decided at this time. However, he had this message in response to questions about the office's independence.
This is an independent office. It should be fair, it should be impartial, and that's how I see it. And it's got to be free from any political interference, period.
Tomas Manglonia, KUAM News, Saipan.
Thanks, Tomas. Well, it's day 2 of testimony in the historic first criminal trial of a former president, and things are heating up.
In a tense Manhattan courtroom, the jury hearing from witness David Pecker, former publisher of the National Enquirer, about an alleged scheme to catch and kill negative Trump stories that prosecutors argue interfered with the 2016 presidential election.
The defense argues the trial itself is interfering with former President Trump's ability to campaign in the 2024 election. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Back on the witness stand in former President Trump's criminal trial, the ex-National Enquirer publisher David Pecker testified he worked with Mr. Trump's then lawyer Michael Cohen to bury stories that could have damaged the 2016 Trump campaign, including those involving alleged affairs, and to, quote, embellish negative stories about Mr. Trump's political rivals. Pecker testified the arrangement stemmed from a 2015 Trump Tower meeting with Cohen and the former president. The case centers on allegations that Mr. Trump colluded to illegally influence the 2016 election and falsified business records to cover up an alleged affair, all accusations he denies.
What's going on is a disgrace.
The day started with a contentious hearing over whether Mr. Trump violated the judge's gag order, barring him from publicly attacking witnesses and jurors, something prosecutors say he's done repeatedly, citing his comments about Cohen right outside the courtroom yesterday.
So he got caught lying, pure lie.
The Trump legal team arguing the former president is defending himself as a presidential candidate, not a criminal defendant. A prosecutor rejected that, saying, quote, throwing MAGA into a post doesn't make it political. It may make it more ominous. The district attorney's office is seeking a fine and warned that could escalate to jail time for future violations. It all comes as President Biden is on the campaign trail, speaking in Florida about what Democrats see as their most highly motivating issue, abortion rights.
Are you ready to protect freedom?
The two candidates' very different days, highlighting the unprecedented nature of this campaign season.
Climate change implications for national security, information sharing, response and stabilization, and intermediate and long-term recovery. That's the 4 national level objectives local and federal officials discussed today during the National Level Exercise 2024 held at the Riga Resort in Tumaning. The focus included assessments on the impact of large hurricane and cyber attacks.
Governor Lilian Guerrero telling the crowd her biggest nightmare is waking up to find all of the island's information wiped clear. The governor grabbing participants' attention, not holding back on how important it is to practice the island-wide cybersecurity plan.
After this exercise, what I would like people to feel comfortable is when there's an attack, you who sees the attack first know exactly what to do. And it's not to yell and scream, holy I don't know what to do.
Officials say this exercise, organized by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, is a critical component of national preparedness efforts, bringing together stakeholders from all levels of government, the private sector, non-governmental organizations, and community groups. It's been 7 years since the Guam Fire Department last received engine trucks, and on Monday, the wait finally over.
Jonah Ginchafaris got a first look at the two newest additions to GFD and files this report.
It's an exciting time for the Guam Fire Department as they have picked up 2 new engines. Acting Fire Chief Joey Nicholas says they arrived Monday and the registration and proper paperwork has been completed and can be issued out to the field.
For the purpose of training, familiarity, and so forth, to get these units out to the stations equipped so that personnel can start to get to know the truck and utilize it and understand its capabilities.
And the engine trucks come at a critical time.
Operations is challenging, especially in this time in dry season. Our fire trucks are working very hard and they go through a lot of beating throughout the days. And so constant maintenance issues pop up and it definitely is a challenge for us to keep them operational. There's times where it takes a hard hit and we got to get in there and literally turn wrenches ourselves. But for the most part, I think we are meeting the services or the standard that the public expects.
With the addition, it increases their ability to keep trucks in service. According to St. Nicholas, there was a sense of excitement among the firefighters.
Over 10 personnel that have showed up today, both on and off duty, some just getting off of shift, that are here to take a look at the trucks and learn the startup and shutdown procedures right away so that they can start getting the opportunity to use it. Immediately you see the boost in morale, smiles on their faces as they go through and look through the truck. It's nice to get new things for sure.
The engines will be assigned to the Jotnya and Dededo fire stations. Jonah Ginchafaris, KUAM News.
Joan adds a commission ceremony for the engines will be held at Adaloop on Friday.
Well, Earth Month is a time to offer extra special care for the only place we call home. That's why KUAM is partnering with IP&E Solar for a 3-part series this Earth Month.
Here's part 1 of our special series to raise awareness about how local businesses can better serve our community with solar energy by reducing their carbon footprint and their power bill.
On a mission to create sustainable energy solutions, IP&E is a local business that established its role as an energy provider as the regional licensee for Shell fuels in Guam, Saipan, and Palau. IP&E executed the launch of their renewable energy interest in 2021 with the installation of its first solar microgrid, a self-sufficient energy system, at the Upper Tumon Shell station. This completion of this project was a testament to the company's commitment to creating sustainable energy solutions for our island. The mission started with investing in innovating sustainable energy solutions within their existing businesses, establishing a better understanding of the industry with first-hand experience on how the benefits of solar energy can be realized, and refining the installation method before going to market. The Upper Tumon Shell Station microgrid is powered by 480 solar panels and a 588 kilowatt-an-hour energy storage system. It produces 199.2 kilowatt of renewable energy to power the entire site that consists of the Shell forecourt and Foodie C-Store, and is the first commercial site to operate completely off the island power grid. Immediately after completing the Tumon Shell Station solar install, IP&E has offset their GPA power consumption by installing solar panels on the rooftops of all their Guam Shell stations, with the exception of Molesto Shell and the new Back Road Shell station that is scheduled to have solar panels installed later this year. IP&E has also installed solar panels on all family company properties that include the ITC building, Bank of Hawaii building, IT&E building in Harmon, and the IT&E properties in Saipan. Altogether, these solar panels have reduced the Guam Shell network GPA power consumption by over 30%.
This special feature for Earth Month is brought to you by IP&E Solar.
We now continue our week-long series highlighting the 6 finalists for the 2025 Guam Department of Education Teacher of the Year.
Our next teacher is one of 2 from Ontalan Middle School. Meet Juvie Carino, who teaches advanced robotics.
happening? My name is Juby Carino. I am the advanced robotics teacher at Louis P. Antolon Middle School, and I have been teaching for 26 years. My mom was an elementary teacher, my sister was a high school teacher, and I grew up going to school, helping them decorate, watching them teach their class on the side. And then I was also inspired by my own teachers and seeing what they did and all the activities that they planned for us. And it made me really want to be up there and leading the learning process. I have been teaching robotics for 13 years, and every year is a memorable experience because I start the year off with some students looking at me with this overwhelmed look, like, oh my God, robotics is so hard. I can't program. I can't build this. There's that I can't in their heads. And then I kind of try to get them to look at all the problems that they're having and kind of break it down to little processes and try to work that out. And then they start out programming, and then next thing you know, it gets easier the more that they do. And I build that kind of rigorous way of having them do problem solving. And so towards the middle of the year, they're giggling. They're like, oh my God, I just did that. So that kind of aha moment, that really is a memorable thing. Patience is really a virtue in terms of teaching students, because you will face a lot of situations as a teacher, and you just have to stay calm and be patient with your students. And that's just something you learn by years of experience.
Such a cool subject to teach.
Very, very, very cool. I wish they had that when I was going to school. That is so cool.
Yeah, they didn't have it for you?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Me neither.
Okay, I should stop.
Well, now for your world at home.
Here's a view captured from the finest Guam Golf and Resort in Jigo.
Rooted in the community since 1995, Kmart is here to serve you 24 hours a day. From essentials to fill your pantry to delightful treats, our selection of groceries have everything you need to stock your kitchen with love. Step directly into style with the latest fashion finds in shoes and clothing for the family at unbeatable prices. Turn your living space into a dream home with our unparalleled selection of home goods. Illuminate your shopping experience and brighten your budget every week with our Blue Light specials. These specials are a testament to our commitment to offering the biggest variety for the best value. Discover a world where quality and savings meets convenience. Kmart is your one-stop shop where every visit is an adventure. Shop smart and save big at Kmart, your Guam shopping destination.
Mickey D's McCrispy. Formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now has some respect on his name. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Real talk. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named Spicy McCrispy from jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
afraid, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. The one and only stuffed crust pizza tempts your taste buds with melted cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. And at just $18.99 with one topping, the stuffed crust pizza is truly irresistible. So grab your slice of pizza perfection with cheesy goodness baked right into the crust. The stuffed crust pizza, just $18.99 with one topping. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Come down to beautiful Talafofo this weekend for the Banana Festival. It is happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All you have to do is come down, bring a little bit of money, and a whole lot of smiles, because that is what we are celebrating, everything about the banana. Then on Saturday the 27th, go up to Manilao, because over at the University of Guam at the English building, that's the one right in front, our friends at GFD are having the Fire Engine Pull for Autism, raising awareness and making sure that we help families who deal with autism in our community. A fun way to do it. That's awesome. And April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and up in the CNMI, they are having a fun day with kids, activities, games, and more, a SAFE Jamboree. Make sure to join our friends up in the CNMI. That is News Bites on this April 24th.
Jace, happy birthday, the birthday boy.
Happy birthday.
He didn't get us cake today, but we'll get him cake this week for sure.
Definitely.
And that leads us to now your birthday shout-out,
which you can submit onto the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club on KUAM.com.
It's time for your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-outs, and we start things off with KUAM's very own Jason Salas. So, let me try to do this justice. Happy birthday, Jason! Coming from the entire team. Also, happy 62nd birthday to Anthony Nanetti Leon Guerrero. Coming from Mom and the entire family, may God bless you always, Tony. Happy 62nd birthday again. And to anyone celebrating their birthday on this wet Wednesday, hope you have a safe and wonderful one.
Whoa, happy birthday, Jason Salas.
Wow.
We hope you enjoy. We can't wait for you to treat us on your special day.
Acai-bowls, we can't wait.
That's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Have a great evening and stay beautiful.
A paradise with a perpetual problem for illegal dumping. Efforts have been made to stiffen fines for those caught, but the problem persists. Hafaday, welcome to The Hub. I'm Nick Delgado. Before taking you out to one Dededo neighborhood where illegal dumping is occurring, I want to address a litter bug caught on our cameras during the last episode here on The Hub. Here's the video. This was recorded around 9:45 a.m. Tuesday, April 16th at the Harmon Loop intersection. An excited passenger in a silver Mazda sedan gestures at the camera before tossing a piece of trash out of the car window. It falls onto the road. Several of you reached out hoping to get this addressed. So, if you recognize a silver Mazda
I never throw anything around that. In fact, I ran because I cannot dig the dirt down because there are old rocks.
So you're trying to help clean it up too?
Yeah, but wow. I cannot take all of that.
Another resident who goes by the name Dal is also frustrated that a no dumping sign put up was removed and not the trash.
We told the mayor about it, and I guess they know who's dumping there, but I don't know what. They just told us that there's no place that they're going to dump the tires. So some people still dump. Look at that bed was just dumped there again. So I don't know what's going on. When is it going to be cleaned up? And there's kids around here that plays, and it's so sad that they see that and they get hurt. That's the thing. I hope they take care of it soon.
And you said this has been going on since after Mawar?
Yes, it's been since Typhoon Mawar. It happened.
Neighbors directed us a few steps up the street to the man who was allegedly dumping his tires.
Hello. We got word from residents about illegal dumping happening down here. The tires and are you familiar with that area?
Sorry?
Are you familiar with the tires that were dumped down at the road here?
Yeah, I saw lorries over there.
Do you know who's dumping that?
No, I don't know.
George Cardona denied having anything to do with it.
So that's been there since after the typhoon. But you don't know who left the tires
No
and
idea.
everything? But it's still there. FEMA didn't clean it, right?
That's what they say.
It was after our interview with him, KUAM got a copy of the notice of violation that Guam EPA issued to Cardona back in December of 2022. GIPA officials confirming he was again issued 3 litter citations last August. Now residents hope shining a spotlight here will result in this eyesore finally being removed.
Now, Guam law is clear. Littering is illegal, and your first offense could run you a $200 ticket. The second, $300, and $500, and you get the point. If you've got a problem you think we should look into here on The Hub, you can email us, reporters@KUAM.com, or DM us on social at KUAM News. And remember, August 3rd is your time to decide the leaders of our island. Next up, a longtime mayor of a northern village is stepping down. Keep it locked. This is The Hub.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Welcome back to The Hub. It's the second largest village in the island, and the population is big. Dededo, the village, a major residential and commercial center. And after this year, Dededo will be saying bon voyage to their mayor of the past 2 decades.
Melissa Savares served 20 years as Dededo's mayor and 4 years as vice mayor. And after leading her village, she's now hanging up her hat and passing the torch. And she already knows who she is backing as her successor.
I feel that the vice mayor is ready. He's very well knowledgeable about what's going on in the village, and he's actually stepped up and very instrumental in all of the decisions made here at the mayor's office. And so, of course, it's an election year for us, and at the beginning of this term, I actually got into an accident and that kept me down for about 2 months. And so, working with him virtually during that time It was like a crash course, but he really stepped up and is very responsible and responsive to our people's needs. And when I saw that, I said, it's time, over the years, it's time for us older ones to step aside and let the younger generation take over. They're ready, and it's really about the camaraderie that we have with all our various partners, from government agencies to nonprofit organizations and all of our volunteer communities. They continue to come together to work with us to make sure that our community gets what we need.
A couple of voters we spoke with also have this to say to the candidates.
I've seen a lot of potholes, man, that they haven't done anything yet, especially out here, down here. There's a smashing through, even public works doing that. I don't know. Yeah.
Anything else? Safety, crime?
Safety, we need a traffic light out here, because it's very hard to come out, especially in the morning. Like the traffic is jam, so we have to wait. You have to go down first and make a U-turn. We need a traffic light out there.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Simple request.
Yeah.
What's your message to whoever wins to become the next mayor? What's your message?
Yeah, well, at least to do something about what I'm saying, what I said.
And what would you say to Mayor Tavares after 20 years of leading the village?
She did pretty good already. She did a good job. Yeah, she did a good job.
I'd like more security for the neighborhoods, like maybe police patrolling every night.
More often?
Yes, more often.
How often do you see police patrolling?
I can't say.
Almost never?
Yeah. I like my family to feel safer. That's all I want. For me, the speed bumps and the roads is like, we can avoid it. There's ways to avoid it, but when you cannot sleep. My mom, sometimes she can't sleep at night because she hears the dogs barking or whatever, and then she's like, hey, lock the gates, lock whatever.
And a lot of stray animals, stray dogs, I hear is a problem for this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think security is the most important.
2 candidates are each willing to be the next mayor and vice mayor of the village. Tavares wants them to know.
First of all is, be humble. Ask God for strength every day before you come to work, to keep you safe also. And having, God in your heart and knowing that He's there looking over us and keeping us safe, it makes our job easier to take care of our people. Taking care of the needs, making sure that people are safe in our community is our priority. And then, of course, planning programs, making sure that you have a vision on what kinds of programs or activities that you can have for the community. And sometimes it's just working with other partners who bring the programs to the village and just making sure that they have access to our residents, and as long as it provides safety and welfare of for safety and welfare of our people.
July 18th is the last day to register to vote for the August primary. Next on the Hub, mayors of Guam and the CNMI gather to talk regional issues. That's next. Keep it here.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
Very juicy.
Hi. The food hits, right? Are you at Not Howie? Does it hit or does it not hit?
I'd say it hits.
Yeah, it does hit.
I can't lie.
Okay, but you did, maybe. The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night.
Mom, what's for lunch?
Mommy, what's photosynthesis? Mommy, where's Pluto?
Is it Friday yet? Mom! Mommy! Mom! Mommy!
Mommy! Mom! Mommy!
Mommy!
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Sign up for any new unlimited plan and receive a free $300 Visa gift card on us.
Welcome back to the Hub. Recently, Mariana's mayors met on Saipan to discuss regional issues, and our Tomas Manglotnia gives us a look back at those regional talks.
Well, they are concerning. We sent out a letter about 3 weeks ago in regards to the airline fare for United. There was a response from Mr. Shinihara. That will be some of the items that we wanted to discuss. The other one is the visa waiver program for Guam and the cinema for the Republic of the Philippines. That's another item that we discussed in our previous meetings in Guam. And we have Mr. former Governor Gutierrez from GBA to shed light on that, where they are now, and what can the organization come up with to support the visa waiver program for Guam and cinema.
And why is it important? Why are those important issues for people of your constituents in Timor?
Well, one of the things is we're trying to build tourism capacity para cinema in Guam. And I know in Guam there is a bigger population in terms of the Filipino community. Also in the cinema we do have a thriving and very helpful in our community, so the Filipino community. And we want them to have access to their family and hopefully build that into tourism, so then they can go freely back and forth from the Philippines to the cinema.
So we want to continue the collaboration and the discussions of what really started from our AMIM meeting last November. And so it's really to partake regarding inter-island transportation, regarding sister city partnerships, as well as seeing how we can streamline the transportation via boat between Guam and Rota. This is a conversation that we've started, and we'd like to see how we can further push this topic through. Well, we sent out a letter to the ports manager, Mr. Roy Respicio, to see how we can expound on that and streamline on some of the issues that we brought up in regards to recreational and commercial boaters. And we also want to try to find some sort of solution or compromise to assist. You know, one of the things that we talked about with a lot of our visitors on Guam is the high cost of transportation, airline transportation, and so they are interested also into looking how they can charter boats between Guam to Rota and travel that way and incorporate fishing and, I guess touring, around the island via the water. And so that's something that we're trying to look into. And
first thing, as a mayor for this municipality, we have pressing issues here. And working together with Guam mayors, and my top priority to seek help from these Guam mayors is how can we help each other, because we have a situation on Tinian, Saipan, Rota on this medical referral, and we're on financial constraint, and with this collaboration, teamwork, and this association, I think it's possible. There's two mayors already that I approached and is willing to help us. Because I came across with an issue in Guam, the patients, that times only they take them to the appointment, but to go to the store to get their food is in question. So I'm seeking the assistance of the mayors. How can they help us, assist us on these medical matters? So those are the things, and the other thing is, what can we come up with this on local matters issues? As the mayor, mayors is the front line on every municipality. So how can we all connect each other and entertain this concern? Just like one is promoting farming, how can we export our crops? Yes, I understand that root crops are allowable, but how about cucumber, eggplants, and other crops? How can we have access to Guam?
As always, with our association, this is for all our sister islands here in the Marianas. And we do promote One Marianas. We're all sister islands, and so we are all concerned about the same things, and we're hoping to accomplish what we can together as one.
And it sounds like travel and the inter-island travel and the Philippine visa waiver are probably one of the largest topics on the agenda today?
That's one of them, but yes, and of course it's because many of our sisters and brothers, they have families, we're all right next door to each other. We all want to help each other out, and so travel is very important. Transportation, so anything we can do to help get goods to one another is greatly appreciated.
Keep it here on The Hub. Next, we speak with Guam Election Commission on what you need to know ahead of the primary. You're watching The Hub.
Brian Dawkins, safety, aka Weapon X. Brian laughs at audibles, laughs. For there is nothing he does not anticipate. He is never caught off guard because his guard is always up. His skills of perception are honed like talons. Brian sees all. He knows all. Dominates all. His defensive prowess is feared the world over. The all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5 with advanced safety and tech. Because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves. Search for your Hyundai Ioniq 5 today.
So many dates to keep up with, but the important thing to remember is July 18th, the last day to register to vote for the primary, and August 3rd, that's primary day. We appreciate your time. Thanks for being here with us for another episode of The Hub. I'm Nick Delgado. Here's this week's check-in with the Guam Election Commission. Stay safe. Half day, Tom.
Half day, Nick.
So next week is May 3rd. It's the deadline for candidates to file their packets, but there's still a lot of things that both candidates and the voters should know between now and then.
Oh yes, yes. So we are continuing to prepare for the 2024 elections, and part of that preparation is we are continuing to accept candidate packets. The GEC would like to remind all candidates who have yet to file their packets that the deadline for the primary election is on May 3rd, 5 p.m. So we also like to remind our candidates, along with filing their packets, that we do require 3 clearances: a police clearance, a court clearance, and a U.S. District Court clearance. And then the offices up for the election are your mayors and vice mayors, your members of the Guam legislature, and the delegate to the House of Representatives.
And with that deadline, it's very strict. It's not a deadline to get your packets in and then make corrections.
Yes, that's correct. So you must file your packet on May 3rd, 5 p.m. Yeah.
What are some other important information you think that the voters out there should know? I mean, I'm sure they have deadlines to register.
Yes. So we like to take this opportunity to encourage our residents who are not yet registered to come out and register to vote. The deadline for registration for the primary election is on July 18th. And so since it is a mayoral election, we also like to remind our voters who are registered outside of their voting district that the July 18th deadline is also the deadline to transfer your voting district.
How has it been this election cycle for the GEC with regard to making the preparations and having both the candidates and voters come in?
Oh, it's been exciting. We're getting a lot of interested calls from candidates interested in running, and also a lot of voters are calling and inquiring about how they can register and where they can register. So you can register at your mayor's offices, at the Department of Motor Vehicles, online at the GEC website, and of course here at the GEC's main office.
I know this year there might be some changes with regard to the polling sites for voters because there are some school closures, correct?
Yes, the GAC is exploring, is still looking at other options for polling sites, but the public will be notified if there are any changes.
Okay, so we're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet.
Okay, any other changes that we can expect to this election cycle, though?
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
All right. And what about, say, for instance, for the voters, if they've moved from one village to another, they have to also make sure that they're registered with that certain district?
Yes, and again, the deadline to transfer your voting district is on July 18th.
Okay. Anything else for the candidates before we wrap up this interview?
No, right now.
That's it?
Yeah, that's about it.
May 3rd. May 3rd is the important date?
Yes, May 3rd is the important date. 5 p.m. May 3rd.
Yeah, get all those candidate packets in, because if you have anything in there that's an error, it will not be accepted.
We just want to ensure that all packets are complete by May 3rd, 5 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Complete and correct, if you can,
Complete
right?
and correct by 5 p.m.
And again, if you see these voter registration signs out and about, you can also see the QR code that they have right here, and it'll bring you to the website on the gec.guam.gov with everything else that you need to know for both voters and for candidates. Thank you, Tom, for your time. Appreciate it.